Good morning, y'all. Headed to the store. Oh, forgive me. But now it's time to return back. My daggone shoe. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead and do what is this part six, part seven of the story time that I'm doing. Excuse me, while I head up here to the store. And y'all, I do want to say this. I do want to say this. I don't hate my daughter father. I don't. I just realized that I had made a big mistake. We were way two totally different people. I should have never been in his world. We conducted ourselves way differently. Like everything was just different. We were on the opposite ends. Like I said, I had never even stepped foot in the projects before I started dealing with him. So I do not hate him. I just don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Um, because other than partying and stuff like that, we had nothing else in common. Um, and it just, you know, but anyway, okay. So last we left off, the girl was coming busting through the back doors. Now, let me explain a little bit of how the setup was at the job. All right, I'm back wall, my department, home furnishings. This wall over here is the bathroom and the office, but in between that is the back doors. All right, over here was the stock room, and right in front of that is the women's department. Directly in front of me was lingerie, but it was like a partition that separated, you know, the lingerie and the home furnishings department. So I'm standing here at my register. He's standing in front of the register, and we hear the doors, boom, fly open. Look, what I'm saying? We both look. She's coming through, what I'm saying, flinging her arms, welling and yelling and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, not again. You know what I'm saying? And so they start fussing. Now, me, I'm at work. All right, even though me and him both work out here, I'm the one that's at work right now. And I'm trying to hide. So, like, I'm kind of, because the fixtures in the home furnishing departments of like window treatments and stuff. So, like, I'm kind of ducking behind the window treatment stuff because if somebody do come and see this, I don't want them to see me, you know what I'm saying, and think or basically know that I'm involved in this. Excuse me, you know what I'm saying? I want to make it seem like I'm not involved in this. So I'm kind of standing behind the window treatment things. But every time I get behind one, he comes and keep trying to talk to me like y'all supposed to be fussing. But every time I get behind one, you come and you like, you see what I'm talking about? This Christ bitch. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm jumping behind another one. And then here you go. And she's behind you. Okay, mind y'all, whole time his cousin had been driving him. Some dude I never seen before or probably since. I don't know. But his cousin had been driving. So when his cousin see her come through the doors, his cousin know it's gonna be some shit, so he gets out the vehicle and starts coming in too. So when he's coming in, I'm like jumping from fixture to fixture, Dumbo is behind me, fix the fixture, and the girlfriend is behind her. So when the cousin come in and he sees this, then he approaches to try and get the girlfriend. All right. Now by this time, I'm like, get away from me. Y'all get away from me. So I run up and stand like right there on the edge where the women's department is. Because by this time, now that her cousin came in and trying to grab the girlfriend, now they're fighting in my department. Now it's back to hands being thrown. And like I said, I'm trying to look and pretend like, you know, I don't have anything to do with this. I'm dignified at work. You know what I'm saying? So I go and I'm standing at the edge of the department between the women's and the home furnishing, trying to look like I'm not involved. And they're just fighting all over everywhere. So by this time, now mind y'all, this was at nighttime. So, and it was like the day, it wasn't many people shopping that night for whatever reason. It just wasn't a lot. So, there wasn't a whole lot of people that saw it or whatever, but by this time it's starting to get, and the office is closed. Like I said, it's nighttime. It's starting to get, the commotion is getting a little louder where it's starting to like draw attention from other areas. So one of the managers, supervisors, whatever, she was working that night and she hears commotion, but she don't know what's going on. So I see her walking around with her little walkie-talkie, trying to figure out what's going on. So at this point, I go back because they done kind of fought out the doors a little bit. They done fought a little bit out the back doors. Dumbo, the girl, and because they done kind of went out the back doors a little bit. And so I go back over to my register and I'm standing there. Because like I ain't trying to lose my job at all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm standing there trying to look like everything, even though it's all kind of noise going on in the like by the back door. Like because like I said, they're in and out. You know how they have the door and then it's like a little space, a landing or whatever, and then they have the other door that goes outside. So like they're kind of in between the little area, the space between the doors and outside, you know, they're like in and out of that. And I'm standing there trying to be like, I don't hear shit. So then that's when the cause she's walking around, you know, trying to see, she is something, she don't know what's going on, she's walking around. And then she sees commotion by the back door, but she don't realize who these people are. So, you know what I'm saying? When she steps back there, and she's like, yes, you know, blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, okay, y'all, long story short, because it all get confusing. She steps into the office. I think the call, I don't know what she do. She stepped into the office. Next thing you know, they come back fighting through the doors, coming towards me. It was like the cartoons where they had a little dust bubble where they be fighting. It was like it was all coming towards me. So once again, because I don't want to be seen to be a part of this mess, I take off and I run in the stock room. I know ain't nobody gonna follow me in the stock room. I know y'all know ain't nobody gonna follow me in the stock room. But y'all know they did. So it went just like this. Me take off running into the stock room. Dumbo is running behind me. The girlfriend is running behind him. And the cousin is running behind her. Now, when I get in the stock room, I thought I was safe. So I ran in and I was like, oh my gosh, like this shit is so embarrassing. What have I got myself into? And then next thing I know, the doors boof, and they all come in. I mean, it was a circus, dog. I would never, that was the most cartoon But no, it wasn't. It was not the most cartoon, but it was so cartoon. Y'all have no idea. And I turned around and I was like, oh, hell nah. So I jump up and I run up out of that. Now by this time, Miss Foxton came out of the office and she's seeing everybody run up out of the stock. So she's really like, what is going on here? Now I go back because she's done the supervisor manager whatever. She done came out and she's asking questions and looking at everybody crazy. So I go back to my register and I'm trying to pretend once again like I'm not a part of this. I don't know what's going on. And so she's like, bring it out there. You can't think. You can't even remember what house you're at. What you doing? Oh yeah, she's trying to figure out what is going on. Like, why is everybody just walking out that room? She know that she saw me a part of it. So she's like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know, but she don't have a lot of time to stand there and get answers from me because they're still fighting like cat and dog. Like they are really going in, and the cousin is chasing them, so they went back out the back door. They don't go past us. And before they went back out the back door, and now they are fighting in the parking lot scandalously. I'm still standing at the register trying to look at that like I don't know what's going on. And now the supervisor done went and she done fought her way out the back door. I mean, she done went out the back door and then jumped in the fight. I'm sure she did not mean to jump in it. She was probably trying to break it up. But it ended up being that she was in the fight. Because I had ended up just peeking for a minute, just taking a little peek and looking out the back door and see they were still going at it. And I went back to my register. And so then she came back in. The supervisor did. She'd come back in and she was like, because somebody had punched her in the eye and it was red. Because she was a white lady, so it was red. And kind of like swollen a little bit. And she was mad. And so she's like, hell no. So I don't know if she actually called the police the first time. I don't know. But what the heck? I don't know if she actually called the police the first time or what. I don't know what she was in the office for, but I know by this time that's what she was really emphasizing, like get the police out here because she couldn't break them up. They were acting crazy and fighting real bad out there. And I believe, I can't exactly remember, but I do seem to remember them starting off before the police had gotten there. It seemed like I do remember them starting off before the police had gotten there. Because, I don't know, I just remember the spots talking to me. Excuse me, the supervisor talking to me, asking me what was going on, and we keep trying to tell her, like, I don't know. But she knew I did, right? Eventually, I had to, make the confession. I wanted to just be like, I don't know him, I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? But of course, they knew I knew him because we worked together. But I had wanted to say that the whole time. Like, I don't know her, I don't know what's going on. Blah, 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 blah. So, from this point on, y'all, okay, matter of fact, you remember I was saying, I don't remember if this was January, February, whatever. This was when I got pregnant in January. All of this happened in February, and it was about 2 weeks after this incident right here. A week or two after this incident. Because shortly after this, I found out, you know what I'm saying, I was pregnant with my daughter. Because it was some more stuff that happened after this. And I was like, well, hold up. Let's finish this up, you guys. Let me get myself together, and we will communicate there. Your words back. Yes, ma'am. The green baby.